September 5 is not just another day on the calendar. It is a spiritual threshold, a moment when unseen realms collide, and the veil between energies becomes thinner than usual. On this day, the chosen ones will feel the intensity more than anyone else, because your light shines brighter in times of darkness. But with that light also comes danger. On September 5th, energy vampires, those who carry draining spirits, knowingly or unknowingly, will be more active than ever. And the simplest act, a handshake, a touch on the shoulder, even a casual embrace, can become the very doorway they use to siphon your divine energy. This is not a message to create fear. This is a prophetic warning meant to awaken your awareness, because on this day you will either stand firm, protecting your energy and rising into greater authority, or you will find yourself weakened, distracted, and wondering why you feel heavy for days afterward. Understand this: September 5 is a Deus alignment designed to test you. Your destiny, your clarity, and your strength depend on how you move in this moment. Do not take it lightly. The enemy knows what is at stake, and that is why you must be alert. If you feel this message resonates with your spirit, subscribe right now. Comment 111 to claim your protection, and share this prophetic word with another chosen one before the day arrives. Most days pass without the world even noticing the invisible battles that rage around them. People wake up, go through their routines, and never pause to sense the subtle shifts in the spiritual atmosphere. But September 5th is not an ordinary day. It is a marked moment set apart in the spiritual calendar, when the unseen realm aligns in such a way that the chosen ones feel the weight of it in their very bones. This day is different because the spiritual frequency of the earth will not be steady. It will spike, pulling light higher and dragging darkness lower at the same time. Imagine a magnet being pulled in opposite directions. The forces of heaven and the forces of deception both intensify their activity on days like this, and the ones who stand in between the chosen ones become the battlefield. You are the territory that both sides contend for. Cosmic timing is not random. The planets move, the moon shifts, and the cycles of energy create portals where the veil between worlds thins. On September 5th, this thinning creates an opening that allows both divine acceleration and spiritual attacks to pass through more easily. This is why you may feel more sensitive, more restless, or more aware of energies around you than usual. It is not your imagination. It is the alignment. The majority of people will miss this. They will go about their day unaware, shaking hands, hugging strangers, allowing their energy to be siphoned without even realizing what happened. But you are not like the majority. You have been prepared to notice. You have been awakened so that you cannot be caught unaware. What others call coincidence, you recognize as confirmation. And here is the warning. If you ignore this moment, if you treat September 5 like just another day, you risk opening yourself to unnecessary spiritual attacks. That sudden fatigue, that unexplained heaviness, the confusion that clouds your mind for days afterward, those are not accidents. They are the fingerprints of energy thieves who took what was not theirs because you did not guard what was sacred. This is why this day is different. It is not just a cosmic date, it is a divine test. It separates those who are merely curious from those who are truly chosen. And if you are hearing this message, it means you were meant to rise above the ordinary and see what others cannot see. You may not realize it, but your spirit has already been sensing what September 5 carries. Long before this date arrives, the chosen ones begin to feel the tremors in the spiritual atmosphere. These tremors appear as clues, subtle at first, but undeniable once you connect the dots. The universe, the divine, and even your own body begin warning you that something is about to shift. One of the first signs many chosen ones experience before an event like this is unusual dreams. You may have been waking up from restless nights, your mind filled with strange visions, symbols, or even confrontations with people you know. These are not random. Dreams are one of the oldest ways the spiritual realm communicates. And in the days leading to September 5th, they intensify. If you've seen snakes, shadows, or faces trying to get close to you, take it as confirmation. You are being shown the battle before it manifests. Another sign is sudden fatigue. Out of nowhere, you feel drained, even when you've eaten well, rested, or done nothing to exhaust yourself physically. This fatigue is not just in your body, it's spiritual exhaustion, because energy vampires are already reaching for you. They sense your light growing stronger, and they want to weaken you before you step into this alignment. Your tiredness is not laziness. It is a signal that you are being targeted. Increased spiritual warfare is another marker. Have you noticed how everything seems to come against you at once? Misunderstandings with people you love, betrayal from those you trusted, sudden arguments that leave you questioning yourself. These patterns are not random chaos. They are distractions, designed to pull your attention away from guarding your energy so that on September 4th, you walk into the portal vulnerable. Even the people around you may have been shifting. One moment they seem supportive, and the next they are cold, distant, or strangely irritated by your presence. Mood swings in others often reveal when spiritual energies are pressing in. What you carry makes the unprepared uneasy, and as the portal approaches, those spirits cannot hide their discomfort. The chosen ones often feel isolation before a breakthrough, and you may have noticed this too. People pulling away, opportunities being delayed, or a sense that you are standing alone. Do not mistake this as abandonment. It is confirmation. You are being positioned so that you can move into September 5 unshaken, without unnecessary attachments, draining you. When you put these signs together, dreams, fatigue, warfare, shifting relationships, and isolation, it becomes clear. This is not coincidence. This is preparation. The spiritual realm has been speaking to you in advance so that you will not doubt when the day arrives. These signs are your proof that September 5th is a moment of weight and destiny. Do not dismiss them. Do not call them random. The chosen ones are always shown the truth before the world sees it. And what you have been sensing is the undeniable signal that this day carries both danger and divine opportunity. You need to understand something. You were not chosen to crumble under the weight of this season. You were chosen because you were built to withstand it. The very fact that you are hearing this message, that your spirit was stirred to pay attention to September 5th, is proof that you are marked for something higher. Others may go through this day in ignorance, but not you. Your awareness itself is evidence that you are set apart. Chosen ones carry a higher vibration. That vibration is not just a phrase, it is the frequency of divine energy, a light that others sense even if they cannot explain it. Some are drawn to it because it comforts them, but others are repelled or envious because it exposes the darkness they carry. And in seasons like this, when the spiritual atmosphere is charged, your vibration becomes a target. That is why you must guard it carefully. On September 5th, you will be standing at a crossroad of authority. The energy you carry will either expand, making you stronger, clearer, and more aligned with your destiny, or it will be siphoned, leaving you drained, distracted, and spiritually disoriented. There is no middle ground. You will either rise into your authority or be pulled down if you are careless. This is not to make you fearful. It is to empower you. Warnings are not curses. They are gifts. They are heaven's way of preparing you for the test ahead so that you emerge victorious. If you were not chosen, you would not even be receiving this revelation. Think about that. The fact that you are being told to guard your energy on this exact date proves that heaven has already assigned you a role in the unfolding plan. Chosen ones often question why their battles are so intense. Why do others seem to live without interference while your path feels marked with resistance? The answer is simple. You are carrying more. You are destined to break cycles, to shift atmospheres, to stand in places where others compromise. That level of calling attracts both divine favor and heavy opposition. September 4th is evidence of your divine calling. It is a day that highlights your significance in the spiritual realm. If you were ordinary, this alignment would mean nothing to you. But because you are extraordinary, it becomes a battlefield. The enemy sees your potential, and heaven sees your promise. That is why the energy will be so charged on this date, because your destiny is the prize being contended for. So take heart. This event is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to confirm you. It is meant to show you that you are exactly who you always felt you were. Chosen, set apart, destined to rise. The weight you feel is not punishment. It is proof. And when you guard your energy on this day, when you refuse to let anyone drain you through careless touch, you will rise with greater clarity, strength, and authority than before. This is what September 5 means. Not just danger, but destiny. Not just warfare, but witness. A witness that you are chosen, and chosen ones cannot be hidden. There are moments in life that can be repeated. You can miss an opportunity 1 week and find another the next. You can delay a decision and still have time to recover. But there are also moments that are one of a kind, moments that carry a spiritual alignment so precise, so rare, that once they pass, they do not return. September 4th is one of those moments. This is not a season-long warning. This is not an open window that will remain indefinitely. This is a single-day alignment, a doorway in time where energies collide and the chosen ones must be alert. If you are careless, if you delay, if you tell yourself that you will be more careful tomorrow, you will have already missed the mark. The portal will close, and what was meant to be protection and empowerment will instead feel like loss and regret. Think of a solar eclipse. It lasts only minutes, And if you do not position yourself at the right place at the right time, you will miss the wonder. The alignment of September 5 is the same. It is brief, it is concentrated, and it requires intentional positioning. The danger lies in assuming you have time, when in reality, time is the very thing being tested. If you allow careless contact on this day, you risk lasting spiritual damage. Energy vampires will not simply drain you for a moment. They leave residue, confusion, and heaviness that lingers long after the touch. What you fail to protect on September 4th could take weeks or even months to fully recover. This is why the urgency matters. What you do in a single day can alter the trajectory of your next season. And here is the deeper truth. The enemy knows how short this window is. That is why distractions will intensify around this date. Someone may innocently reach for your hand, pull you into an embrace, or brush against you as if nothing is happening. But behind the physical action lies a spiritual transfer. And if you are not alert, you may not realize the weight of what was taken until it is too late. This is why you must be intentional. Set your boundaries clearly. Be mindful of your environment. Guard your energy field as if it were your most valuable possession, because it is. Do not compromise your spiritual authority for the sake of politeness or to avoid awkwardness. Remember, your destiny is worth more than someone else's temporary comfort. The urgency of September 5 is not designed to make you fearful. It is designed to make you focused. Awareness is your shield. Intention is your protection. The chosen ones cannot afford to live passively, especially on days when the heavens and the underworld are both moving at full force. So hear this clearly. Do not delay. Do not wait until the day has passed to decide to take this seriously. Stay alert, stay intentional, and stay guarded. September 5 is your test, your threshold, and your opportunity. Move carelessly, and you may stumble. Move with wisdom. You will rise into greater power than ever before. As September 5th approaches, you must understand that spiritual attacks will not always appear as something obvious or terrifying. They are subtle. They hide themselves in ordinary moments, ordinary interactions, and ordinary people. Energy vampires are not always strangers in the night. Sometimes they are co-workers, family members, friends, or even people who believe they had to mean you well. But behind their smile, a draining spirit is operating, seeking to tap into the light you carry. Energy vampires are not defined by the person, but by the spirit attached to them. These spirits feed off your energy. They sense your divine vibration, and because they lack their own source of power, they try to connect with you to steal it. On ordinary days, they may cause discomfort. But on days like September 5th, when the veil is thin and energies are amplified, their reach becomes stronger and their attempts more desperate. This is why you may notice sudden arguments erupting out of nowhere. A conversation that should have been simple becomes heated, leaving you drained emotionally and spiritually. This is not about the words exchanged. It is about the energy that was pulled from you during the chaos. Or someone may try to touch you innocently. A hug, a handshake, a pat on the back. On the surface, it seems normal. But spiritually, it can become a point of transfer, a way for the draining spirit to attach itself and pull from your life force. If you are not alert, you may not realize what happened until later, when you feel unusually heavy, fatigued or clouded. Even environments can act as energy vampires. You may walk into a room and suddenly feel anxious, heavy, or on edge. That is not just your imagination, it is your spirit discerning the atmosphere. And as this portal opens, those atmospheres will become more charged than usual, seeking to pull from the energy of the chosen ones who enter unaware. Expect also the unexpected chaos. Plans disrupted at the last minute, technology malfunctioning, or people behaving strangely around you. These are distractions meant to scatter your focus, to weaken your guard so that you walk into September 5 unprepared. But here is your shield, discernment. Discernment is not suspicion. It is spiritual sight. It is the ability to sense what lies beneath the surface, to know when someone's touch is not safe, when a conversation is not pure, when an atmosphere is not aligned. Discernment will whisper to you, step back, guard yourself, do not allow this. And if you listen, you will walk through this day with your energy intact. Understand this. The presence of attacks does not mean you are weak. It means you are close to breakthrough. Attacks intensify before elevation. The enemy resists most fiercely when heaven is about to release something greater over your life. That is why September 5 is not just a day of danger. It is also a day of destiny. Awareness is the first step, but alignment is the key. It is not enough to know that September 5 is significant. You must position yourself correctly to receive the empowerment meant for you while avoiding the traps set against you. Alignment requires both practical and spiritual steps, because the chosen ones are called to walk with wisdom in both realms. The first and simplest instruction is this: avoid unnecessary physical contact on this day. Do not allow anyone, no matter how harmless it seems, to touch you carelessly. A handshake, a hug, or a pat on the shoulder may feel polite, but it can become the very portal for energy exchange. Guard your body as the sacred vessel it is. Your skin, your energy field, your very presence is holy ground. Protect it. Next, ground yourself spiritually. Begin your day in prayer, meditation, or stillness. Do not rush into September 5 casually. Set aside time in the morning to center yourself, to declare your intention. I am guarded. I am covered. I will not be drained. Imagine your energy field as a shield of light surrounding you. See yourself wrapped in divine protection. This visualization is not imagination. It is activation. You are commanding your spiritual atmosphere. Fasting is another powerful way to align. Even a partial fast, whether abstaining from food, media, or distractions, sharpens your discernment and strengthens your authority. When you fast, you weaken the grip of the flesh and heighten your connection to the spirit. On a day when energies are heightened, fasting helps you tune out the noise and hear clearly. Prayer is your weapon. Not a casual prayer, but intentional. Declarations. Speak aloud words that affirm your protection and authority. You might declare, "No weapon formed against me shall prosper. My energy is sacred, and it cannot be stolen. I am surrounded by divine light, and darkness cannot penetrate. On this day, I rise higher, not weaker." Do not underestimate the power of your words. Sound creates vibration, and vibration creates reality. When you declare protection, you build a wall that draining spirits cannot pass through. Stillness is also vital. Energy vampires thrive on chaos, on noise, on distraction. But when you remain still, when you choose silence over reaction, you refuse to open the doorway they need. On September 5th, practice the discipline of silence. Guard your responses, guard your presence. The less you engage with distractions, the stronger your energy field remains. And finally, remember this: you are not powerless. You are prepared. This is not about living in fear of what could happen. It is about standing in authority over what cannot touch you without permission. You are not a victim of energy vampires. You are a chosen one with the power to command your atmosphere. This awareness does not weaken you, it empowers you. September 5 is not a trap to avoid, it is a test to pass. By aligning with prayer, fasting, stillness, and protection, you prove that you are ready for the elevation waiting on the other side. And when you do, no vampire, no draining spirit, no chaotic distraction will be able to touch what heaven has, already sealed within you. When you pass through September 5th with wisdom and protection, you do not just survive the day. You step into a greater dimension of who you are called to be. The very reason this date carries such intensity is because it also carries the potential for breakthrough. What feels like warfare on one side is preparation for elevation on the other. If you guard your energy, you position yourself to receive what heaven has been waiting to release. One of the first breakthroughs you will notice is clarity. The fog that has clouded your mind, the confusion that has made it difficult to hear or discern, will begin to lift. Where there was uncertainty, you will find focus. Where there were scattered thoughts, you will feel direction. This clarity is not ordinary. It is the sharpening of your spiritual vision so that you can walk boldly in your destiny. Your spiritual gifts will also increase. Many chosen ones have been sensing gifts within them: intuition, prophetic insight, dreams, discernment, but have felt them lying dormant. When you protect your energy on September 5th, you preserve the frequency those gifts need to operate. And once the portal passes, those gifts begin to awaken with new strength. You will dream more vividly, discern more sharply, and hear divine guidance more clearly than before. Breakthrough also comes in the acceleration of your destiny. Delays that once held you back begin to shift. Doors that seemed closed for months or years suddenly open. Connections appear, opportunities align, and what felt stuck begins to move forward. This acceleration is the reward of obedience. By refusing to be drained, you keep the fuel that was meant to propel you into your next season. And finally, you will walk in greater favor. When heaven sees that you can guard what is sacred, it entrusts you with more. Divine favor is not random. It is strategic. Those who protect their energy, who pass the tests of alignment, are elevated into places of influence and blessing. People will begin to notice the light around you, and while some may be repelled, others will be drawn with honor and respect. All of this is connected to one simple truth: obedience to the spiritual warning. You are not being asked to perform miracles. You are not being asked to carry burdens too heavy. You are being asked to guard yourself, to stay alert, to take the warning seriously. And if you do, your obedience will unlock blessings that ignorance could never reach. September 5th is not just about avoiding danger. It is about stepping into destiny. If you protect your energy on this day, you will not only pass the test, you will rise into a new level of clarity, gifting, acceleration, and favor that will mark the rest of your journey. September 5th is not random. It is the battlefield of light and dark, and you are standing right in the center of it. This is not just a date on the calendar. It is a spiritual checkpoint, a divine test, and a moment that will reveal whether you are walking in authority or leaving yourself exposed to attack. The heavens are watching, the energy is shifting, and you are being called to rise. You cannot afford to be careless. This is not the time for casual contact, for letting anyone touch your hands, your shoulders, or your spirit. Energy vampires will disguise themselves as friends, co-workers, even loved ones. But their touch will drain what you need to carry into the next season. Guard yourself as if your destiny depends on it, because it does. This test is not meant to break you. It is meant to prove you. If you pass it, you enter into clarity, acceleration, and divine favor that will shape the months ahead. If you ignore it, you risk setbacks, confusion, and unnecessary warfare. The choice is yours, and the moment is now. Chosen one, this is your confirmation. You have been feeling the signs, and this message is your divine reminder that you are not crazy. You are chosen. You are sensitive to the times, and you are prepared for this. Do not shrink back. Do not delay. Step boldly into this alignment. If this word resonates with your spirit, subscribe right now for more divine warnings and prophetic guidance. Comment below, "I am protected," to declare your shield in the Spirit. And share this message with another chosen one before September 5 arrives, because they need this reminder just as much as you do. Your obedience today will protect your tomorrow. Guard your energy, protect your spirit, and rise into the destiny that is waiting for you on the other side of this moment.